is the big day. We're going to be competing in a 70-player Pokemon League Challenge tournament. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. We've been doing a lot of competitive content on the channel, so today I'm excited to bring you the biggest challenge I've ever attended. Today's challenge is also going to be at Comfy Hobbies, a store just at the tip of Toronto, right at Yonge and Steeles, that area. I'm excited to play there because the last time I was there was like 2 nights before Toronto Regionals, doing some last-minute practice. So I got to give a huge shout out to them for making this video possible. And you might be wondering, what deck am I playing for today's 70-person league challenge? Well, we're going to be playing Miraidon EX, and not just any Miraidon EX. We're going to be playing the exact same 60 cards that JW Krewall used to win the Toronto Pokemon Regionals. If you missed out on this tournament for Comfy Hobbies, I'll leave Comfy Hobbies linked in the description down below, their website, their Instagram, so you guys can check up on them and also get updated on future tournaments from them. Bye, girl. You be good, okay? Whoops. See you later. Here now at Comfy Hobbies, right behind me. We're gonna go inside. I was just inside a second ago to drop off my gear, and it is a pretty packed house. 70 players, biggest challenge ever. And I think they have to do one more challenge, and then they're able to run cups, and the cups are gonna be a lot more fun too. Let's go inside, check out the store, and get ready for round 1. One thing I also want to mention is today's tournament, I actually brought like a little tripod as well. So depending on the other player, if they're cool with it, I'll be able to get some full tabletop gameplay at the tournament today. And yeah, we'll see how many games we get up from this tournament. Round 1's about to start, and we have a little pre-tournament interview with the homie, Matthew Wood, LDF. So let's check in with him, see what he's running. Matt, how you feeling today?
Feeling all right. I mean, this is like a last-minute league challenge I decided to go do. I was going to take the day to maybe like stream or make content, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go out tonight. It's the weekend. None of my friends are available. I'm like, instead of staying home, I'm going to go to this league challenge. It's unfortunately still the old format. We don't have Paradox Rift legal yet. I didn't even know what I wanted to play. I like last minute decided to swap decks, so I guess I can leak what I'm playing. Charizard EX today. Yeah, we're playing Azul's list from Toronto.
Okay, that's a really good list.
Minus the Radiant Charizard because I don't have one on me. Yesterday I lent my Radiant Charizard to my friend Mario. He forgot to give it back. Then I'm building the deck and I'm like, oh, I'm missing a card. What the heck? And then I'm like, oh, I don't have the Charizard on me.
Bro, you could have told me. I would have brought it. I would have brought you a Charizard if you told me.
Yeah, I did add another Pokemon to the deck that actually kind of is good, especially in a Guardy field. Yeah. So I'm pretty hyped for that. Round
1's coming up. We're going to check in with you at some point of the tournament and then at the very end to see what your results are. Good luck.
Good luck, bro.
Now, before we get to round number 1, let's open up the Paradox Rift booster pack we got for competing in today's tournament. All of Comfy Hobbies tournaments include a pack for entry. This week, it's Paradox Rift since it's the latest set. And the card we ended up pulling from this particular pack is really, really nice. And we ended up trading it later in the video. So stick around to the end of the video to find out what card we trade for this full art Parasol Lady. And before I forget to show you guys, let's check out the storefront area of Comfy Hobbies. They have all the sealed Pokemons you could ask for, booster boxes, tins, ETBs, a lot of Japanese sleeves as well. They have a lot of blinged out cards, so if you're trying to bling out your decks or bling out your binders, they got you covered. They also have a lot of selection for slabs, a lot of slabs available for my my slab enthusiasts out there, and they have really great pricing as well on all their singles, so check them out. But now let's get to the tournament. So round 1 just wrapped up and we played against a subscriber as well, so shout out to them. A game against Lugia V-Star Colorless. It was definitely kind of a one-sided matchup for my Miraidon deck. I finally got to play against a Lugia. I didn't get to play against any at the Toronto Regionals, which was an absolute like shame. Like, what are the odds of that? They chose to go first in this game and they started with Dunsparce, and they also had the Radiant Charizard tech in there too. I was not expecting to see a Dunsparce start ever. Dunsparce is probably one of the last Pokemon you want to start in Colorless Lugia because it's a target you want to have your opponent boss up and then KO, and it's the one prizer you give up. So the fact that they had no Lugias on the board turn 1, I was excited, man. Nothing to have to like stress about. Turn 2 summoning star. They had Mesagosa. They hit 2 heads when they needed them, but they just didn't get the Lugia Vs when they needed it. I went second. I got the board set up absolutely perfectly pretty much, and I missed I whiffed the turn 2 KO on the Dunsparce, but it was fine. I had such a big head start going into the next turn that I'm like, you know, I can boss up whatever they give me. They play Lugia, they also Iono me, but I drew into another copy of Boss, the last one I had in my deck, because they Iono 2 of my bosses to the bottom. So easy W against the Lugia. Love to see Lugia out here. Hopefully we fight some more, because I missed them in Toronto. But yeah, round 2 is coming up pretty soon. Let's see how it goes. So round 2 just wrapped up, and we played against a God of War deck, and oh my gosh, you guys know how I feel about God of War decks and God of War players, and I was almost worried that we were going to get stalled out to a tie. However, their God of War deck just ended up not working at all. They started off with Radiant Greninja, and they had to go Fog Crystal from you to try and play the game to get some VIPs or level balls to get Ralts out. They weren't even able to do that on their turn 1. I went second. I was in a great position to do a turn 2 KO. I just missed it by 1 energy. Pretty easy game against God of War. 2-0 now, going into round number 3. Feeling pretty good. Hopefully we can play against some more Lugias and maybe some quicker God of War players, but we'll find out soon enough. Round number 3 just wrapped up, and I'm going to give you guys my recap in just a moment. But first, we have a winner's interview for the Pokemon Challenge Junior Division with Brian. So let's check in with him.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Brian, so what was your deck choice for today's tournament?
It was Shenpao.
Shenpao. And what were your matchups today?
First matchup, it was Miraidon. I went first. So he started off with Halucha.
Yeah.
I started off with Shenpao. My opponent drew Ultra Ball, placed down Miraidon, pass. I drew into a Battle VIP pass.
Ooh, beautiful. Who's the MVP of your deck today?
Tough choice between Radiant Greninja or Excalibur, but okay. I will have to give the edge to Bax.
I'm sad that you had to destroy a Miraidon, but hey, you're the winner, so congratulations today, man. Round number 3 just wrapped up. Time for the recap. We played against an Arceus Duraludon VMAX deck. I was not expecting to see any of them today, and it was honestly a nail-biter of a game. They went first, and they started Arceus, put down, I believe, a Bidoof, attached energy, and hit me with that path to the peak, man. That path to the peak you do not want to see turn 1 as a Miraidon player. I was a little scared, but luckily enough, I had a couple of cards I could actually play, and I saw my deck. I did have Collapse Stadium, so I could bump it at some point, but that one path stayed the entire game. At one point of the game, too, when I was down to my final prize, they Iono'd me to 1. So they had 4 prizes left. I had 1. I draw 1 card, and it was a path to the peak, and I was like, oh god, this is going to be rough. So on my turn, I draw, and sure enough, it is a Professor's Research, which let me unlock pretty much my full deck. Oh, man, that was close. We hit everything we needed, so we cooked 3-0 going into round number 4 for the challenge, and the homie LDF, Matt, was playing actually right beside me, so quick interview with Matt.
The deck's feeling good. I mean, Charizard is kind of easy to play. It's not hard to pilot. It actually reminds me a lot of like playing chess. Oh. So like round 2, I was playing at Lost Box. Yeah. You know, as like the turns go on, my opponent's doing all their actions, Sableye and stuff. I just kind of like feel like every move I make, especially when I'm like quick search for something or playing like a supporter, I'm always just making sure that I'm doing the correct action that can advance me forward. So it's almost like playing chess.
3 more rounds left to go. Round 4 is coming up. We might play each other, or we might play other players like Dennis Paroff in here. So good luck.
Good luck.
Round 4 it just wrapped up, and we ended up playing against a deck I haven't seen in a long time, Palkia V-Star. Was not expecting to see any Palkia V-Star at all today, and you guys already know Miraidon is a really good matchup in the Palkia V-Star. They went first, and I got the turn 2 KO with the Raikou, and I just got perfectly set up. Unfortunately, they weren't able to set up. My deck drew pretty much perfectly. The generators were cooking. The deck felt flawless against Palkia. 4-0 now. We have 2 more rounds left, I believe, if it goes to 6 rounds. I'm hoping Matt, LDF, wins his game because I want to play against him. I think it would be really fun for a grand finals against LDF, so we'll see what happens. I also saw my friend Dennis Paroff, who's also a top player in Canada. He was playing Lost Kyogre, and he was playing against another buddy of mine who was playing Charizard. So I'm cheering for Charizard to beat Lost Kyogre. But we'll see what goes down. I know Matt's playing Charizard as well, so there's going to be a lot of Charizards in the area. Hopefully, that's a pretty solid matchup for me. I know Charizard's a pretty good matchup. It's like, I'd say 50-50, honestly. I don't have the Zera Aura in my deck today, but I have enough in my deck to hang with the Charizard. My path has to stick. That's the big thing. Round 5 is coming up soon, and we'll see if we have any interviews in between rounds in just a second. One more game left in overtime for round number 4, but we have a fun little interview with the homie Daniel, so let's check in with him and see how his tournament progress is going. Daniel, how's it going, bro?
Pretty good. I took a round 1 loss, which was a little unfortunate. It was little minor misplays throughout the game, so I did that one myself, but ran it back 3-1 right now. Feeling okay.
What deck are you playing today?
Playing Turbo Lost Box. Same 60 as Toronto. I wanted to give it one last hurrah before Paradox comes in and makes you, not as good. Yeah.
How do you do in Toronto?
Top 128.
Ooh, okay, not bad at all. Are you going for the world grind this year?
Yeah, I'm trying. I think I'm at 268 right now.
268. So you're a player to be watching right now.
I hope so. I hope so.
Top 2 decks for the next format coming up.
I like Moon. Moon's really cool. I was a Zard hater in this current format with Pidgeot, but with the Evo TM and Beaverl build I just played earlier today at another event, and I really like that. So that's a nice deck.
Round number 5 just went down, and we played against one of my arch nemesis, Dennis Parath, playing a deck that he's been playing for like the last 2 years, Lost Box Kyogre. And it was a rough game, man. He got to go second, which is the ideal thing in the Lost Kyogre Miraidon matchup, and I didn't get the ideal start that I wanted. The generators weren't cooking either. They ended up not even playing the Kyogre in our entire match, but they prized both of their V Pokemon, Raikou and Dragonite. And at the end of the game, they were able to do a huge combo turn involving Hisui and Heavy Ball to pull out the Dragonite. And then they had Super Rod and Mirage Gates to load up the Dragonite. And I even Arvined the previous turn so I could have a the Chicken Nugget of Toughness to give 50 HP to my Miraidon, because I knew that if he did get the Dragonite off, he'd be able to KO a Raikou. So that was my only other option. And he got the huge 1-hit KO onto my Miraidon, making me the loser. 4-1 going into the last round, round 6. I think if I win, I might be able to get top 4. We'll see, because it got down paired in the other round, but we'll see what goes down. But now we have a little interview with one of the homies here, Jordan. What deck are you playing today, and how's your run so far?
Charizard.
What's your record right now?
Right now it's 4-1.
4-1. What was the loss to?
Oh, Mirror Matthew, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Matthew
okay.
Woods, yeah.
What has been like the MVP of your deck so far?
Honestly, I feel like the Ante though.
The Ante? Oh, okay, with the Force Field now too?
Force Field.
Yeah. Planning on still playing Charizard? What's the deal for your Paradox Rift decks?
Probably going Lucina.
A lot of hype behind that with the Roxanne and Countercatcher. Yeah, were you playing Tina before that or what?
Yeah, I was playing Lucina before that, so I'm comfortable with it.
How long have you been working here, and what's your favorite thing about working at Comfy?
I work here probably like 6-7 months.
Okay.
The best part about working here, I would say, the community, the store, it's pretty big. Me, I think the pricing for singles and everything, and then our tournament is pretty good.
For this last round, what's your ideal matchup?
My ideal?
Yeah.
Miraidon, probably you.
Oh yeah, we might end up playing, so
Yeah.
we'll see what goes down. So I wish you good luck, but I'm kidding. Good luck, good luck.
Good luck.
Round number 6 just wrapped up, and we actually played against a subscriber, which was pretty cool, so shout out to them. And they were playing Turbo Lost Box, one of the most painful matchups I could imagine, especially going back to back from Lost Kyogre. I had to make some very hard sacrifices with research at the start of the game, and it was a painful game. So I ended up losing. They finished me off with a Dragonite, big play, the Mirage Gates, Dragonite, and Boss's orders for game onto my Raichu. I didn't win. At least another YouTuber won. We got the homie.
I had a really close game against my friend Dennis Parath. He was playing the Kyogre Turbo Lost Box deck. I won the coin flip, so I chose to go second, which is what you want to do against Lost Box. You want to make sure you set your board up, because you can lose to an early Sableye or an early Greninja. I got the Pidgeot out. I had to Nest Ball for Luminion V just to play the Force Seal Stone because my Entei was prized, which kind of sucked. I got him to like awkward pricing. He killed my mana fee, so I had to research to find like the Super Rod or the Nest Ball or Ultra Ball to combo the piece together, because I had Pidgeot still. But overall, it was a decent match. Shout out to Azul for like basically the 60, obviously playing Radiant because I'm over Charizard, which I do not think is worth it. I thought it was like okay. I guess it's like not bad against Guardy, which maybe it's worth playing for the Guardy. There were times where I was thinking I probably didn't even need the Radiant Charizard.
Congratulations on your first place win, man.
Thank you.
Standings were just put up, so let's go over to the massive TV and find out what place I ended up getting out of like 51 Masters in total. Time for the Comfy post-tournament raffle. They gave away 16 packs in total today, an absolute ton of them. Packs were open and Iron Hands were pulled, and that's not my card. I wish it was, but we did end up doing a nice trade, of course, for this beautiful play Raichu. And of course, if you missed out on this tournament, don't worry, there's going to be more in the future, so check out Comfy Hobbies on Instagram and their website linked down below. So we ended up getting 9th place out of 51 Masters in total. Pretty solid performance today, just losing in the last 2 rounds. I bubbled out a top 8, which was a little painful, but we did end up winning this right here from the raffle, this 3-pack blister, so that helps ease the 9th place bubbling out. Hoping to pull some Iron Hands. I haven't pulled a single Iron Hands just yet. Let's see what we can get out of this first pack. Cyclizar, Trubbish, Crustle, and a Volcanion. Roaring Moon, Packart, Techno Radar, Countercatcher. Fantastic. We got Mila, Miltank, and Milotech. One more pack left. And of course, if you guys want to hang out some more, check out a Toronto or Pittsburgh regional vlog. You guys can click on screen right now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in those videos. But we got this last pack. So here we go. Vanillux, Defiance Vest, Plusle, Gimme Ghoul, and a Ting Lu.